Money, money, you love it. Baby, no go look at your face. Follow me.
This is my beautiful, beautiful client, Jade. She's so stunning. Look at them edges, though. Oh my girl.
Oh, guys, this is Camilla, based in Dublin.
She's doing the talking. Go, girl.
Follow me on Instagram underscore not just a pretty face. No T.
Say it again, because
just,
I didn't hear that.
Not just a pretty face.
Okay.
No T in the just. So
oh,
yeah,
is it?
yeah, because my Insta got hacked.
So just underscore, not just a pretty face.
Yeah.
Hi Noble. So today of all days, you can see that my voice is gone. I'm not feeling the best, but this video needs to go up.
Got to be Jam.
This is my beautiful client
By the way,
Jade,
guys,
and you can already see she's so funny. Like, she's
Yeah, but
so
don't have this.
funny. I absolutely love her. So what we're doing is we're applying the Got to Be gel, and we're applying the stocking cap, and we leave it to blow dry. And why we do this was because, number one, her frontal was a bit darker than her skin tone, and number two, we also wanted it to look as natural as possible. And number three, it was my very first time applying a stocking cap on my client's head, and we just thought, why not film it? So this is my first impression, my first thoughts, my first everything. So this is a raw live video, literally. So then what I did was I blow dry for about 20 minutes. Usually it should be for 40 minutes, but she was running late, so we needed to make sure it was super, super fast. Blow dried it for 20 minutes, and then once it's dried, you start to use your scissors to cut around the cap and make sure nothing is sticking up. And then after that, I apply a powder her skin color, her skin tone, like the closest to her skin. So then I started applying it, and then I started seeing some areas lifting as well. Started cutting it off with my scissors, and then we tried on the wig, which I made for her. The hair was provided by herself, but the wig was made by me, and then we placed the wig on her head. And then I start cutting around again. As you can see, I saw some parts lifting, so I added a bit of Got to Be gel just to make sure it was laid and we didn't see anything lifting, because we don't want to see that coming through. You don't want to see it coming out through the lace, you know, through the frontal itself. By the way, it's a 360 frontal. She just wanted me to make sure I don't skip that part. But now you can see that the 360 frontal itself was super, super dark than her skin tone. So I used the powder and I kind of brightened it up a little bit, and then I placed the wig on her head. And as you can see, I stopped here because this was my first time doing it on a client, and I just started seeing like the lines, and I was like, oh my God, this is a hot mess. And obviously you can't really be saying that in front of your client, because then they'll be panicking. But Jade was such a sweetheart. Like, she was so patient. She couldn't even see anything. And I was like, girl, I can see this, but listen. This was where I was like, damn, I can see it. And Jade was just like, OMG, do not tell me you want to take everything off from scratch.
Should I?
That's not too.
The way she placed her hands on her face, she was just like, girl, bye. But then, you know, I didn't give up. I added a bit more powder just so that the line doesn't show so much. But then I thought, let me try put the glue on. Maybe it's going to disappear. And guess what, guys? It disappeared. So you know what? Don't give up halfway. Just make sure you follow through and be very gentle and patient, because this kind of application needs time. Honestly, if you rush it, bye, it's not going to look the same. You need time to do this. So then I obviously blow dry it. You can see that the adhesive was white, but then once you blow dry it, it melts onto the skin. And then I placed the frontal on her head, and I got her to hold the other side while I hold the other side. Like, this was teamwork. I absolutely love Jade. I love all my clients. Honestly, they just make my life so much easier, and we have the best time ever. Honestly, all my clients watching this, comment down below. I love you guys. Honestly, I love you guys. And then you always make sure you get a comb after placing the wig on your head, or after applying the glue, make sure that you get a comb to kind of brush it upwards so that the hair isn't gluing down to the lace, because that could get very, very messy. As you can see, I used a tiny scissors so that I can get in those little areas, those little corners, and you know, like, so that if I use a bigger scissors, I might make a mistake. So it's better to use a smaller scissors so that you can get in those little areas. And now Jade was going to a really, really sunny country. She was going to Dubai, so we didn't want the lace to kind of go around her sideburns, because then, you know, when you start to sweat, that lifts first. Like, guys, my nose is blocked, so everything I'm saying is just sorry. Oh, by the way, our friend was FaceTiming. Hi, Abby. So back to it. We didn't want the lace to lift up around her sideburns because she had a lot of hair there, and it was sunny where she was going, so we made sure that we didn't put the lace all the way down to the sideburns, as you can see, so that when she puts it up in a pony, everything still looks natural and fresh. And then we start cutting around the back area. We wanted the back to be glueless, just in case, you know, she wants to take it off or anything. So we left baby hairs at the back, so when she wanted to put it in a ponytail, it was easier for her, because I feel like using adhesive for the back is quite uncomfortable. So now we start styling. I don't need to talk through this area, but what I need to say is you just get your mousse, you get your holding spray or spritz, and you get your toothbrush or spoolie, and just gently style it the way you want. Now, everyone has a different way of styling their frontals. I was just going with the flow. I do it differently sometimes. I do it the same sometimes. But yeah, you guys just, you know, watch it, and, you know, whatever you learn from it, you learn. But this was my first time using a stocking cap on my client, and she absolutely loved it. She sent loads of pictures. She sent loads of videos. And honestly, Jade, you are honestly a star. You're an angel. I love you so much. And I love the fact that you actually allowed me to film this video. It was so random. But thank you so much. And I cannot wait to see you again. And I cannot wait to slay your hair again. So yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the video. Keep on watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, or any kind of other videos you would like me to see. Any other kind of videos you'd like to see from me, make sure you comment down below. I'll put all the products that I use, I'll put it down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in my next video.
Money, you love it. Baby, no go look at your face. Follow me, they go on a wave. Oh yeah, give me some quick. Baby, I go love you every day. See, I no go do you bad things. Say me, I don't go use it your way. Nah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They leave me. Let me take you.
One time, I'm like, when they say it, some people when they say it, I'm just like, listen, man, I can see it. But this one, like, I'm gonna say it confidently. Walk frontal, man. Walk frontal.
Oh, you're so funny.
Are you lost?
Yeah, so obvious.
It's so obvious that
Don't say.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was way still. You choked it.
I can hear him. He's like,
Is it? He sounded so concerned. I was like, bless.
Looks nice, really nice. Good job, Camilla.
Thank you.
Feeling lit.
That's
So,
where you go.
Uncle Augasta, where did you go?
Heaven.
Heaven, I'm back.
Downtown, we be rolling with my number 6. Oh baby, me and you go be 5 and 6. What's your any cage? Oh baby, me they talk anything where they want to. Cause it good. You don't know. Please, I won't follow you talk good. Show my baby need go long. It's like I'm falling in love. Them by a sock. I'm calling your phone, pick up. Not only you, I feel love. Me, I want to up, oh. Before the matter long, oh. I'm calling your phone, pick up, oh. Pick up, oh. Not only you where I feel love, oh. Not only you where I feel love, oh. Not only you where I feel love, oh, sister. So no they gonna give me trouble. So no they gonna give me trouble, chica. Way that you wine and tea, make me the